Alright guys, so it's about 11:30. Kids are all in bed obviously, and got the workout in. Finally got showered and cleaned up, but unloading the truck, get the batteries charged for tomorrow, last day of our 3-day shoot this week. But I gotta stop and I gotta talk about something really quick. And I just read this, so I don't know the details yet, but today the Blackmagic URSA Mini 4.6K is finally shipping, along with the micro cinema camera. Or the micro, whatever camera they call it. So the big question, I think, to myself is, do I have buyer's remorse? I don't know yet. It's way past midnight. I should be going to bed, but I need to talk about this because this is some breaking news. The Blackmagic 4.6K camera is shipping now. If you haven't already pre-ordered one, you're not going to see it for months though, because there's a ton of back orders they got to work on. And here's the difference, or here's what they're saying. 4.6K sensor is going to be a rolling shutter because they could not figure out how to get the technologies together to incorporate that global shutter and the 15 stops of dynamic range. The 4K camera, URSA Mini, has that amazing global shutter, looks crisp, clear, happy, but it's not quite the same sensor. It's not the same sensor. So your dynamic range is going to be much less impressive. And I saw that recently on the shoot that I bought this camera for as a B camera to my Red. It has fallen short a number of times when we're looking at brights and darks in situations where the Red would just pick up everything and move on and be happy, where we have to bring out some big lights and compensate for the 4K sensor not being up to snuff. Blackmagic's saying, guess what? You got some options here. The 4K camera, it's $3,000. You want to buy something that you can use for action sports. You want to have crisp, clear images, none of that jello. This is the camera for you right here. If you want to be something a little more cinematic, you're not worrying about that global shutter, you're not worrying about the rolling shutter, you want to make sure that you have these filmic images, buy the 4.6K camera. What am I going to do? I'm definitely going to be upgrading the 4.6 camera when I can. My work is mostly about the cinematic stuff. Just so happens, I haven't done any sports in a long time. You know, I've been loving the 4K camera as I've had it for the last week or so, which makes me just that much more excited for the 4.6K camera. So coming back, rewinding a little bit, as long as you know what you're getting, and that you have to do a lot more lighting and control and what to expect from the 4K camera. It's a little cheaper price point, and it has some really good, it has some jobs that it can do and should do. I'm super excited for the 4.6K sensor. So, buyer's remorse? Not really, because again, we're not going to see the 4.6K sensor, or we're not going to see it actually shipping to anybody like myself for months, because they're going to backfill those orders. In the meantime, I'm going to be happy and learning more about the working in the Blackmagic RAW format with this camera, waiting for more firmware updates, at the same time as utilizing the awesome Red to go and do multicam projects. So anyway, there you go guys, there's some news. URSA Mini 4.6K shipping. It just made me laugh though, because I just bought the 4K camera, and that's just typical. I was thinking they weren't gonna do anything for NAB, but they did. But at the same time, I'm still stoked for it coming out, because the samples on their website look awesome, and the people who are using it saying it's just, they have some really good results. I'm not super worried about I'm not so worried about the rolling shutter, because we've had the same thing on the Red for years, and I'm saying that assuming that it's something that's acceptable. But again, anyone who's been a Sony shooter, a Canon shooter, or a Red shooter has been dealing with that rolling shutter and been able to work around it. As long as it's not something that we haven't seen before, I think we'll be just fine. But back to your regularly scheduled program now. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm exhausted.
Do you want coffee?
Okay, so here's our first quick little
Yeah,
setup.
I think they're like half and halves.
Here's Jan sitting at the table. A camera.
You know how when you have hot cocoa,
B camera. Nobody's sitting there right now.
you're just talking to a
But
She came over
Kyle put up some Kino action, going through some light grid, and another Kino over here. Going through some light grid.
Cam that every crew member's gonna put them on the outside.
The suckers are filled over here. Here's our little LEDs. So we have a 1304 getting double diffusion going through. This is our 304 going through 2 diffusions and the softbox and a silk. Here's Jan's rim, and then the other girl sitting there. Her rim is just the window here. So these guys, you know, key or fill, what do you want to call it? It's just basically, it's lit really naturally. Let's do this. Oh, so we have, let's look at cameras. Shall we look at cameras? So here's how we landed on cameras. So right now we're running the Shogun, mostly as just kind of the translate the HDMI, sorry, the SDI due to the HDMI out to the director's monitor. Going to wireless, what's it called? The Paralinx Triton. So this is the second unit. We're running scratch audio from sound. Evan's running some sound from his. He's booming it and lobbing people. And we're running wireless to both these guys off the Sennheiser so they can share a signal. Ryan, are you operating off of the LCD or the viewfinder? Ryan's going to operate off of the LCD and then double checking focus on the viewfinder. Running DTAP power for basically everything, so this is all off the brick. And today we're running ProRes, so we can have some nice long record times right now. And yeah, let's see what else. Oh, so we're not running into we're not recording out of the Shogun today because maybe I'm wrong, but you can't record 4K and send out an a HD signal. It has to be Ultra HD that the monitor over here could handle with the wireless, whatever. So, otherwise, Red's kind of the same setup we always have. Tried and tested, and I think we're ready to go. I don't know, Kyle's ready to go.
Get off. I got a couple of shots.
Okay, good. Because I want to show this whole fiasco.
I got like a big. Because we're done in here, right? We're done inside the house.
Yes, sir.
We still have the living room stuff. Right?
That's tomorrow. That's. Okay, that was a busy day. And that one doesn't work anymore. And G&E put the stuff away for us, which is awesome. And except for a camera, we got to work on a camera. We got to put camera stuff away.
Not my problem.
But
It's Ryan who's rolling around.
Ryan's doing his work right now, right? Oh, look, now that I turn the camera on, he's actually working. But anyway, okay, so good day so far, or not so far. It was a good day today. It was a lot busy. We had some setbacks with some equipment. Wireless not connecting, director's monitor not connecting. Oh, stupid clamp. I found it.
Oh, hey, that's what it is.
But anyway, long story short, we're done. We're gonna go home. I'll tell you about the Black Magic when I'm out of the wind and everybody else can be going home too. But didn't get to talk much on camera today, but that's okay. Off we go. V mounts charging. Other V mounts charging. DP4, DP4, red volts, SDI to HDMI converter, LED batteries, Shogun batteries. More batteries.